Welcome, everyone. Get ready for a wild ride as we dive into all the thrilling twists and turns coming in Wicked Part 2. After the emotional roller coaster of the first part, especially with Elphaba being wrongly framed as the Wicked Witch, Part 2 is set to take things to a whole new level. Every character is about to experience their own crazy journey, and it's going to change everything we thought we knew about the Wicked world. In Wicked Part 2, one of the biggest surprises will come from Nessa Rose, who many once thought of as sweet and innocent. As she takes on the role of ruler of Munchkinland, she quickly transforms into a power-hungry leader, becoming obsessed with keeping Fiyero by her side. Even when Elphaba manages to visit her, Nessa isn't happy about it. She can't afford to harbor a wanted person like Elphaba, and tensions between the sisters rise. Elphaba, frustrated, casts a spell on Nessa's slippers, and while many expect this spell to help Nessa walk, the result might not be what anyone anticipates. Marissa Baude, the actress playing Nessa, has teased that there's a lot of movie magic in this part, but not in the way many fans might expect. There are changes to the story and representation that will be surprising, and we're in for some exciting twists. As Elphaba continues to stand up for what she believes in, Fiyero grows restless in his situation. He realizes he's had enough of being controlled by Nessa and makes a bold attempt to escape Munchkinland, hoping to reunite with Glinda. However, Nessa will stop at nothing to keep Fiyero close, even resorting to using Elphaba's spellbook to try and manipulate the situation. But her lack of experience with magic leads to a tragic mistake. She accidentally shrinks Fiyero's heart. Elphaba tries to intervene, but Fiyero eventually turns into the Tin Man by the end of Part 1. In the midst of all this, Glinda makes a pivotal decision to stay with the wizard and Madame Morrible instead of joining Elphaba. This decision will have lasting emotional consequences, as Elphaba, now labeled the Wicked Witch of the West, struggles with the weight of this betrayal. In Part 2, we see her battling with her feelings of being misunderstood and wronged, but she begins to embrace the Wicked label, even changing her appearance to match the image that others have of her. The drama continues as Fiyero joins the wizard's forces as the captain of the guards, tasked with capturing Elphaba. Meanwhile, Madame Morrible manipulates the public narrative, pushing Glinda and Fiyero as Oz's perfect couple, even though their engagement is just a facade. But despite Glinda's internal conflict, it's clear that Fiyero's heart will always belong to Elphaba. One of the most mind-blowing moments of Part 2 will be when Elphaba and Fiyero finally reunite. Their emotional connection will be tested as they confront the wizard's cruelty together. Elphaba is desperate to free the animals from the wizard's control, but she becomes horrified when she discovers that Dr. Dillamond, a goat who had been a key ally, has been caged and silenced by the wizard's regime. Elphaba almost strikes a deal with the wizard, but upon seeing this, she decides to take matters into her own hands and makes a dramatic escape with Fiyero. However, Glinda, desperate to stop Elphaba's growing rebellion, spreads a rumor that Nessa is in danger to try and lure her into a trap. This leads to a catastrophic series of events, with Dorothy's house being thrown into Oz by a tornado, crushing Nessa in the process. As the guards try to capture Elphaba, Fiyero steps in to help her escape, but he's captured in the process. In a desperate attempt to save him, Elphaba tries to cast another spell, but instead, she accidentally turns him into the Scarecrow. Devastated by this mistake, Elphaba loses all faith in magic and decides to stop trying to do good, believing that every time she tries, people just get hurt. But the plot doesn't slow down from here. Glinda, after visiting Elphaba's castle and discovering Dorothy, is left with the responsibility of holding on to the myth of Elphaba's death. Elphaba decides to fake her demise, allowing the people of Oz to believe that she was melted by water, a myth that had already been planted. In one of the most heart-wrenching moments, Elphaba leaves behind her mother's green bottle and hat for Glinda to keep, symbolizing the passing of the torch. Glinda, now firmly in control of Oz, becomes known as the Good Witch, but in reality, she is complicit in maintaining the lies about Elphaba. One of the biggest reveals in Wicked Part 2 will be the truth about the wizard's relationship with Elphaba. It's revealed that the wizard is actually her father. He was the man her mother had an affair with, and this secret will shake Oz to its core. Glinda will learn the truth when she brings Elphaba's green bottle to the wizard, and his reaction to the news of his daughter's death will be heartbreaking. Madame Morrible will also realize the true source of Elphaba's powers, as they came from both sides of her heritage. As the story unfolds, the world of Oz is turned upside down. Glinda takes control of Oz, and in the end, love wins as Elphaba and Fiyero escape Oz to live there happily ever after in secret, while Glinda remains unaware of their love. And just when you thought it couldn't get more exciting, we have a huge surprise in store. Dorothy, played by a secret actress whose identity has been kept under wraps, will play a vital role in Part 2. Fans are buzzing with speculation about who will take on the iconic role, with some suggesting that it might be Alicia Weir, the actress who played Matilda in Matilda the Musical. Wicked Part 2 promises to be a game-changer, and with a confirmed release date of November 21st, 2025, fans won't have to wait long to see how it all plays out. Both films were filmed together over the course of 160 days, and the creative team has put everything into making sure that the story is told the right way. Director Jon Chu has made it clear that splitting the story into 2 films was the only way to do justice to Wicked, ensuring that the experience isn't rushed and that every detail is given the attention it deserves. Get ready for more twists, more heart, and more of the Wicked magic in Part 2. What moment are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest updates as we count down to the big release.